Ah, yeah, Robin Kelly versus Linda Crosnoe et al. John Matteson. Hey there. Today is July the 12th, and it appears once again I'm going to be in a courtroom. Yeah, I thought all the court stuff was over with, right? Yeah, just rehash here. In the last 7 years, I have been stuck in the Ventura County Superior Courthouse system because of my neighbor and her friends and her tenants and her special friends and their, I guess, intent to cause me grief, the nonstop harassment, the nonstop destruction of the property, etc. And, I had to get restraining orders against my neighbor, Linda Crosnoe, and her very good friend, John Matteson, and any future friends and tenants. So, okay, all that took place. I thought I was done because, I went to all the court dates, got the restraining orders, and at that time, both Linda and John appealed the restraining order, saying they didn't deserve them. So, okay, I dealt with that. And John Matteson himself appealed the judgment that was granted to me for $2,565. So, I couldn't go to that appeal because I couldn't get a ride, and that judgment was set aside and vacated. And the appeal, I guess, that they put in for to have the restraining order dismissed, removed, that was denied, dismissed. So, that restraining orders, they're still good. Yay. But at the same time, apparently, because I have been stuck in the court system for 7 years, my lawyer let me know that I need to seek restitution, particularly from Linda Crosnoe, because she's the whole ringleader in all this, right? And then I get a notice from the 2nd District Appellate Court informing me that, yes, the appeal for the restraining orders had been denied, dismissed, and that respondent, that would be me, it can recover cost. So, yeah, I now have an attempt here, I guess, suing for restitution, to recover costs from Linda Crosnoe and her very good friend John Matteson. So that court case takes place on August 8th at the Small Claims Court in Simi Valley. And I had them basically both served via certified mail because it's cheaper to serve them via certified mail than to have the sheriff do it at $50 a piece. And if they avoid the sheriff, then, I'm out $100. So at least this way I'm only out $30 for the certified mail. So August 8th, Kelly versus Crosnoe and Matteson at the Simi Valley Courthouse. Oh, wish me luck, huh? Yeah, worst neighbor ever. May you never get a neighbor that keeps you in a courthouse for over 7 years. See, there you see it, right there at the Court of Appeal. Respondent shall recover cost on the appeal. So whether or not the judge awards any restitution clearly remains to be seen, but I would like, if possible, for the judge to find out why for the last 7 years I've been stuck in the court system due to my neighbor and her friends. I mean, just why did they need to keep destroying the property and harassing me and causing me grief? I've never done it. Yeah, I've never done anything to my neighbor or her friends or her tenants. And I definitely shouldn't have been required to get a restraining order against my neighbor, her friends, and her tenants. I'm curious as to why I had to go through all of
Yeah,
this.
wish me luck. The judge grants some form of restitution for having such a crappy neighbor.
Oh, and I don't know why I said August 8th. I just had a brain freeze there. I don't know. But anyway, it's August 11th, 9 a.m., room S1 at the Simi Valley Courthouse. Kelly versus Crosnoe and Matteson. So, yeah, wish me luck. I can only hope somehow, some way that this will be close to the end of having to be in the courtroom with my neighbor. It needs to be over with. It does, but I need to somehow, I guess, hold my neighbor accountable and her friends. And after putting me through all this for the last 7 years, I selfishly would like to get an apology, right? But that ain't going to happen. But I am curious. I really am curious as to why all these years I've had to endure my neighbor, her friends, her tenants, and spend so much money fighting her actions and her friends' actions directed towards me, all the vandalism, all the harassment, just having to get a restraining order. You know, I just want to know why my neighbor has made it her mission and managed to solicit the assistance of all her friends and tenants to cause me grief. Like I said, I've never done anything to the woman, nor have I done anything to her friends, her tenants. I've never retaliated. The only thing I've ever done is tried to hold her accountable in a courtroom. And here I am, now going on 8 years, still trying to find out how to put this just, behind me. Yeah, I want to put it behind me. But the restraining order is definitely being effective, so that's good. So that was definitely needed. It's a shame it was needed, but it is at this point working. But yeah, I'm hoping the judge thinks I also deserve a little restitution for all this. And when I say I'm hoping that it's getting close to being the end of my having to be in a courtroom with my neighbor, I already know, as does everybody else, if the judge awards me any restitution, even if it's only $1, my neighbor will appeal it because she gets everything for free. And her and John Matteson both know that it's very difficult for me to get to the Ventura County Courthouse. So they're rolling the dice, hoping that, I won't be able to show up. And it worked one time. One time in 7 years I was not able to get there. So, yeah. Even if I only get awarded $1, if I get awarded $1, anything, Linda Crosnoe and John Matteson will appeal it. And I'm making sure no matter what, I have a ride this time, even if I have to go with Lyft or Uber or whatever, I will make sure I'm in that courtroom for the appeal. And, yeah, appeals, that's another thing. The fact that they make the person who prevails go prove it all over again to a whole different judge is just insane. It really is. But, okay, that's the court system. I just know it's been 7 years going on 8, and I've been to so many appeals. And even though I prevail, yeah, I got to keep going to appeals. So, I'm hoping that after this is over with, whatever happens at the this hearing on August 11th. If the judge determines I deserve any restitution, and then they file their appeals, because they always do, that after that's done, it's done. You know, I just will keep renewing my restraining orders no matter what against my neighbor, because they're currently lying in wait, you know, and they clearly, what's the saying, a leopard doesn't change its spots. Yeah, no. I needed those restraining orders. I'm going to keep them. And if I can get some restitution after the last 7 years of putting up with all this and all these court hearings I've had to attend, I'll take it. I will. But if I don't get any restitution, I still got the restraining orders. So yeah, wish me luck. Kelly versus Crosnoe and Matteson, August 11th, room S1 at the Simi Valley Courthouse. I'll keep you posted.